Baby, listen. If you aren't learning anything from this show but to go with your intuition, to pay attention, keep your eyes wide open, that red flags, orange flags, yellow flags are flags. They are waving at you for a reason to be cautious or to stop altogether, then I don't know what to tell you. Then I don't know what to tell you. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, self-love advocate and a wife coach. If it's your first time visiting, I want you to sit down and stay a while, okay? I mean, this isn't my normal setup because where am I? What did I do? I'm on vacation in Georgia with my friend at her house, and I'm still recording. A woman of her word. I am. So we are reviewing Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode number 10, The Text from the Ex. But I want to call it, y'all all got issues. Y'all all got issues. Did you really think this was going to be perfect? Y'all all got issues. Outside looking in, we got a lot to say. We got a lot to say. Oh, anyway. So we're going to start off with Hannah and Nick D. Now listen. They have this cute little photo shoot, this engagement photo shoot. And you're like, oh, they cute. Whole time I'm all like, it's a no, because she's got too many damn complaints all the time about him. She is never happy. She is super critical. And I'm all like, what is it that you're looking for? Do you even know? Because not only is this man taking your criticism, you're very pointed, very underhanded, very also loud, and you ain't good enough criticism and still wanting to work with you. What else are you looking for? Now, granted, y'all shouldn't get married, but maybe you should have talked about, let's slow down and let's date so that you can get the skills that I require of you. But ma'am, you got some shit you need to work on too. And one of those things is how judgmental and critical you are of everybody but yourself. Because baby, your shit stank too. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, even when she asked, do you want to get married? Or you still want to get married? I was like, he said yes. He said yes. But the question is, do you want to get married? You keep asking him, wanting him to say no because you got all these icks. Just say, you know what, I think we need to put a pause on this. I think we need to stop. And she's yelling her icks about all the things that he does not do right and what she wants. And I'm all like, tell her your icks. And I mean, he opens up and he says, like, you're negative. You just constantly kind of berating me. My words, not his. But he says, I want to be treated like an equal. Which I was glad that he stood up for himself. And she come and say, you got to act like an equal first in order to be treated like one. What did I write? Leave her, Nick. She is horrible. Horrible. Like, please. Now, I'm going to do like everything that happened at the like 20s partum or the, what they call it, Great Gatsby party all together. I am. And I'm right now getting 10 and 11 mixed up. So just hold on. So then we look in, we see Marissa and Ramses. The one thing he gonna do is talk about it. I admire that. I really like them as a couple. Where before I was like, but I like the fact that they have the ability to communicate effectively, to understand and to find a resolution. So I know we always like, we need to listen to understand, right? Okay, so we've done that. Listen to receive clarity. Speak to receive clarity and understand what's going on. But what about the resolution part? So if y'all making lists and you want somebody who is able to have uncomfortable, awkward, and difficult conversations, like I am, make sure you say also on that list, I want to be able to find a resolution so that we can move forward. Y'all, I got this new like under eye concealer. It's a matte concealer because my other formula they don't make anymore, and I'm kind of liking it. What y'all think? Anyway, let's keep going. She says that Ramses feels like that she's like a switch up, like she's doing a switch up from the pods. Where originally she was like 3 to 5 years, and now, you know, I guess she wants it closer. Listen, 3 to 5 years could be 3 years. And I feel like that's probably more where she's leaning. But really, is she leaning like 2 years, like next year, like shoot that load and let's go? Like, I think that that's what he's feeling. And in the beginning, I feel like she's shutting down instead of actually opening up and having the conversation, like putting her big girl panties on and expressing herself. And when she does, finally, she says, I'm afraid that when my body changes, when we do have a baby, and I don't want the sex, I don't want to be touched, you're going to step out on me. They're going to have to talk about that and see what it looks like in the transition, in the process. Because as a woman, we do have like a myriad of emotions that do stop us from wanting to be sexually intimate. And one of those things is her PMS, right? What else does she have? She's got a lot of physical issues. She's got some issues. And she gets overstimulated easy. Hi. And when he was talking about physical touch, like him requiring it, I feel like on our next live, we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. So if you have not taken the test, I'm going to put the link down below in the comments so that you are prepared to share your love languages with me. So my top 2 are quality time and acts of service. But I'm going to take it over again because I've realized recently that words of affirmation might be a thing for me, where it was lower on my list, I want to say. Maybe it was always number 3. I don't know. But quality time and acts of service are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. They actually are 1 and 1 because they're like percentages, like 1 or 2% between the two. Anyway, let me keep going. She keeps saying, you know, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, but he is not fine. He sees that she's not fine and that she requires a little space. And I really want us to stop saying that. I really want us to be like, it's fine, I'm fine, okay, no problem. I really do want, I'm talking to me too, because sometimes I automatically shut down when I don't like the tone that you're using in the conversation that we're having. I automatically hit you with, I'm fine, it's fine, it's okay. Like, so I really want us to do better, women and men, in expressing that it's not fine. Because our emotions and our feelings, they show up for a reason. They are teaching us something. They are showing us something. Whether it's something that we enjoy because we're crying because we're happy, or we're laughing and we're smiling, or because we're angry and we need to set a boundary, or because we're sad and this hurt us. Like, there is some action that is required by us so that we don't feel that particular emotion. It's here to show us something. So do something about it. Then we see Alex and Tim. Baby! Was you ready? I knew it was going to happen eventually. I thought it would be more her, but he is like very like staunch and direct. And so we're at Tim's house and they meet the parents, okay? And the mom is like, it takes work. They've been together for 40 years. And Tim is like me, or Drake as they call him, is like me in these instances. Very much so. I need to get away. I need to shut down. I need to close myself off in order to feel better. Takes a particular kind of person to deal with that, because I've got an avoidance attachment style. I will absolutely be like, okay, right now is not a good time. I need a few minutes. I'm actually going to walk away. And the moment you start pressing me about it, I'm going to have an attitude, like a whole ass attitude about what? Why are you still asking me? I said what I said. I needed some time. I don't want to talk to you. Help me, y'all. I'm working on that. I'm working on that in my friendships and all my relationships. My brother used to be like, when we get into it, he'd say, you're quick to run away. You're quick to walk away. And I'm all like, yeah, that's for our benefit. So our relationship stays intact, because the things that want to come out of my mouth are really nasty and funky. And who wants to deal with that? Not you. But it's not about me. It's not about me. I said that the mom gave good advice, that if he can be your best friend in your relationship, in your marriage, then you're gonna work. Because you know how you do with your best friend, y'all can get mad and have an attitude and don't want to talk, and then come back together, or talk it out, or be like, bitch, fuck you. You know, I don't know, we don't really say that, but kind of we do. Kind of we do. School's out, buses are dropping off kids. Never mind that. She also shares that you're never gonna find perfection. She also said, or he says, you know, she needs physical touch and cuddling and stuff, and I don't want to do all that. And I've tried, and pretty much what it sounds like is she's not recognizing the effort that he's putting in, especially because she went to sleep while the parents were there. She went to sleep for an hour. And you know what? He's upset about that. Like, they drove all this time and you went and slept. What she said, though, when they were talking was, we have been talking for hours. I think both of them could have communicated better. One being, hey, I'm really tired. I'm going to just take 30 minutes. Will you guys be okay with that? Or maybe talking to her fiance and asking her fiance, like, hey, how are you feeling? I need a nap. What do you think? And for him to say, now is not a good time, versus letting her go, right? Could you hold off a little longer? But honestly, she was only gone an hour. I see his point, but she was only gone an hour. And what I write down, I wrote, he's a little zesty about not talking. I don't know where that came from. Mind you, I was watching this on the plane. But one thing that Alex did say about when you are unhappy, or there are certain things that you want and you desire, the truth of the matter is, I don't know unless you tell me. Men always talk about women don't express their word. I didn't know because you didn't say anything, da-da-da-da-da. So you would expect that as a man, he would be able to articulate his wants, his needs, his desires, his dislikes. It's really important that you know what they are so that you can articulate them, because what if you didn't know until that moment? Okay, I didn't know that until now, so now I'm going to tell you that this is a thing that I didn't like. And I feel like he thinks she doesn't consider him, because he talked about when her parents were here, how he got up early and went to the store and went grocery shopping and all of these things, and talked about the dishes that she should have washed the dishes and all of these things. And what he's looking for is someone like him. But I knew in the pause they wasn't going to work. When he said, you're so serious, I don't know if we're going to be able to have fun. I knew it wasn't going to work when he saw her house and he was judging her behind his eyes. Like, I knew then. I mean, I think y'all knew too. Listen. He said to her, you are not the wife that I want in my life. It is a no for me, and I am walking away with no wavering. Because she was like, well, can we talk? And, you know, is this final? He was like, you can say whatever you want, but I've made my mind up. Very male Virgo. Very male Virgo. Very, very unwavering. Very asshole-ish. Very, I don't give a damn what you say. I've really thought about this, and I've weighed all the scenarios and thoughts and things in my head. So I'm out. I'm cool. It's good. No, never. I don't want it. But she was willing to work. And then I'm with her. How dare you read that letter to my dad? How dare you get him all emotional and worked up and thinking that this would work out well for you to walk away without even really giving it a shot? For you not to be able to communicate your wants, needs, and desires so that we can get on a path that works good for the both of us. How dare you? But there are some things that I would agree, like the arguments, I guess, that they have been having, especially the one in Cancun. Is that where they were? Or Cabo, wherever Cabo, I think. And additionally, if I cook, then you should wash the dishes. That's just one person cooks, one person washes the dishes. At least that's how it works at my house when them boys do right, and when I ain't got a fuss. But I wash dishes as I go along. So I don't know. He said, we can at least agree that I don't ever want to see you again. I wrote down, wow. She didn't agree to that. You agree, I don't want to see you again. She was really trying to make things work. My heart hurt a little bit for her. She really kind of saved face. Like she was looking through her phone trying to find somebody, anybody to have a conversation about this, because this dude just said, you're not the wife I want in my life. I don't ever want to see you again. Pretty much, bitch, bye, fuck you. That was a bit much. That was a bit much for me. I don't know. What did y'all think about that? That was a bit much. So then we talk about Ashley and Tyler. Ashley and Tyler. So after the bomb about the 3 kids and him being a sperm donor, I can't wait to see what the reunion has to say, because it's still, he went through with all of that. I can't wait to see what has happened on the reunion show episode, because he is standing firm on this show that he was a sperm donor, that a friend of his wanted to have children with her wife, and so he decided to help with 3 kids. So you trying to say, the girl saying that that's them your kids, you is the daddy, okay? You look like one of them kids, 2 of them kids, 3 of them kids, okay? They look like you. I mean, it's your sperm. Did you actually have to commit the act? Because I don't think you did it in a cup. So somebody help me understand what's gonna happen on this reunion when it's all said and done, that these kids are his, that the babies is yours, you is the daddy. But she says that their superpower is gone, and their superpower was communication. Is communication. I just wrote down, I keep writing down, you lie, and it's so profusely. It's so wild. Maybe we aren't seeing everything. That's why they said what they said, that he got child support due. Additionally, you know what I'm saying? He owes somebody else some money. Additionally, that he is the baby. You is the pappy. Like, I just don't understand. At least, I wrote down, at least he knows that there is a high probability that she could say no. And that he understands that she could say no. Y'all, I know y'all would say no. And I think for me, the biggest thing is the fact that he didn't disclose this in the pods. Because in the pods, she could have, even if it was closer to the end, you know, before they came out to the will you marry me bullshit. That's not bullshit. But the pods, like, you were supposed to disclose that so that she could be like, okay, so he has these kids. And she even said, was it this episode or the next one? I don't know. That's why I'm saying everything gets jumbled together. So if I repeat myself, forgive me, okay? Yeah, it was the next episode. I had to go look. So let us go on and look at Taylor and Garrett. I thought it was so cute that they leave love letters around the house for each other in like secret places, and then boom, you find them. I thought that was like really romantical. Garrett shares that his mom may not want to be a part of the wedding. Like, his mom is harder than her mom, than Fong. Is it more than just the short time frame? Y'all know what I'm asking. Is it more than just they don't know each other? Because they're adults and they can make the decisions for their lives themselves. Is it that Taylor is of Asian descent? At least partly. I don't know. We don't know what her dad looks like. And she's super tall. And I don't want to make that stereotype. But is that partly it? Well, they're going to go to San Diego and meet her family after the show, after the next day, after the Roaring Twenties party or Great Gatsby event. So Garrett tells Taylor right before they're walking in, like an hour before, that, hey, my ex texted me or sent me a message on Instagram and I just liked it. You saw Tim and Alex. They actually showed up, and they showed up separately. I probably wouldn't have come. But I mean, Alex is a beautiful girl, and she's probably like, it's whatever. I didn't know you that well anyway. I don't know. I can't wait again to see what they have to say on the reunion. And the two of them should have a lot to say. But he might be like, I just knew she wasn't for me no more. Monica tells us that she spoke to Steven for 2 hours, but they're not getting back together. They talked about all the things. Bodan shows up. Katie, I didn't know much about Katie. Y'all remember Katie in the pods? I don't remember Katie. But I wrote down she looks really pretty, and she compliments Nick that he's super attractive. When we see, because they separate and they share their like thoughts and stuff, and y'all were there, y'all saw it, everybody sharing what's been going on separately. Hannah with the whole, I don't think he's mature enough. Ashley with the, he got 3 kids, he got 3 sperm babies. Alex with the, Girl, he only want to see me. I'm not gonna go over there and talk to him again. He said he never wants to see me again, but here he is. And if he didn't want to see me, he should have showed his ass up. That's me. That ain't her. That's me. Nevertheless, so when Garrett and Taylor and Ashley and Tyler are all sitting together, Garrett talks about the ex, how she reached out. But because he was so comfortable, I agree with that, he said that he actually replied to the ex and said, you know, that I don't want to talk to you anymore, I'm engaged. And Taylor tells Garrett, like, I want you to shut these hoes down earlier. Remember, I want you to shut these hoes down, and that you just liking the post wasn't enough. And why didn't he share with her that I actually replied and said, I'm actually engaged, I can't talk to you anymore? It just seems a little weird. It seems a little fishy to me. And she's like, I want to see your phone. Like, at this point, I don't want to see your phone, because that's exactly what I would have wanted you to say and do. But also, Taylor exhibits so much insecurity around possibly being cheated on, because that's a trauma that she's had, that she doesn't know left from right. She wants him to be honest, and what she said was, I tell you everything, and that's really hard for me. I'm very vulnerable and open and share with you, and you didn't share this? And you didn't share this. I don't know, I feel like she overreacted. I feel like she overreacted. I mean, omission is a lie, right? And I would have shared that with him. Like, I wanted you to say what you said, and why didn't you say it? What part of this is still a lie? Because if that's all he said, if that's all it was, maybe I'm tripping, and y'all tell me down below in the comments that I'm tripping and that she had every right to be upset. And I know she was upset maybe because of the dishonesty, but she should have pulled up a little bit. That whole crying and carrying on, I thought that was a bit much. Be upset that he lied to you, not that upset that he actually responded to the girl in the way that you really wanted him to respond. Maybe it's the Atlanta air, okay, that's got me in a different mind frame. I don't know. Because omission, we know omission is a lie. Tyler omitted, it was a lie. Garrett omitting, he was being dishonest about replying. But if he really replied, then why didn't he share? So did she see the phone message? Like, I just want to know. I just want to know. Like, I want to know. And hopefully, here I am talking about the reunion again. Hopefully they tell us at the reunion. So we see Bodan and Marissa having a conversation, and Ramza says, oh, you guys need some time to talk. But what it seems like is just like I thought. Bodan is more of a friend. You know, she's bubbly and flirty and friendly already as it is. And I think that she sees him as just a friend. He's just a friend. And I'm glad that it was easy for her to, the conversation was easy. That there was no like tension, like, oh, you really like Bodan. No, she liked Ramza. She didn't have, she had a little piece of the ram, honey. She got rammed, honey. And it's everything that she thought it would be. So when the girls are talking, Hannah said, you know, talks about Nick, right? And all these things that's wrong with Nick. Like she's been doing the entire fucking season. And says that she's self-aware. And I know what my issues are. And I like that Ashley tells her, like, hey, have some fun. Take a step back. Relax. You are actually starting your relationship how it's going to be, and that's going to be you nagging and bitching and moaning and complaining and critiquing him the entire time. Like, run. She also shares that Nick doesn't like to eat the meow. Like, what? That's not an enjoyment. So on top of her being so analytical of him, critical of him, the sex isn't good. If the sex was good, she'd probably make a little more concessions. Y'all act like y'all ain't never had nobody D you down. And you look away about all these other things. And you feel like, okay, well, he can learn those things. Like, yeah. And then she says, I want to tell him, but I'm concerned because you know how men are with their ego about the bedroom. You concerned about his ego now? Because, baby, you've been belittling him to the nth degree, and all of that could affect his ego and how he sees and views himself, which we find out in the next episode. But she sees Katie and Nick having a conversation, okay? And they're laughing and having a good time, and she's jealous. She's jealous. Now, I believe Nick was overdoing it. Nick was overdoing it, telling her, you were my number one, my number one, my number one. Age didn't matter, da 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 da. Like, I feel like he was overdoing it. For sure. Like, I'm friendly, and it comes off flirting, specifically when it comes to men or whatever. That's who I am. Women don't see it that way, and I'm the same way with either gender, right? So, but I see how being too friendly might come off as flirting, and it comes now. We're talking about trust, and how can you love someone if you don't trust someone? In 10 days is not enough to build a level of trust and security with someone. I don't care. Okay, it's not. You can say, oh, I like the idea of them and the things that they're saying, but 10 days, But I like that Katie said to him, you know, that you weren't mature enough, and that you needed to stop leading with your charm and charisma. It's overdoing it, and lead with the vulnerable parts of you. And also shares that she feels like it's a defense mechanism because he's hiding some of his insecurities. Absolutely. Absolutely. He doesn't know how to show up as his authentic self. The last thing, because I said part of what Garrett and Taylor said, but the last thing I want to say is she says, we're supposed to go to San Diego tomorrow to meet my family. I don't know if I want you to go now. And you know I'm not going to get married if we don't go. Girl, I think you're doing too much. Well, y'all, that ends episode number 10. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode number 10. Let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. If it's your first time visiting, please stay. I ain't begging y'all to do shit. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and stay. Like the subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to it so you're alerted of the videos that I upload moving forward. Lastly, I want you to know that I want every good thing that God has in store for you. But, you know, being self-aware, removing layers, providing grace, being honest with yourself, being self-accountable are all the things that are going to get you the things that you desire. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next review.